Chance the Rapper is a weird guy.
Ooh, I love my wife. I love my wife.
In middle school, I was a SoundCloud junkie. I was literally listening to anything just to listen to it. No opinions, just straight music. My friends would make freestyles on their phones and post it, and I would listen like, nah, this fire, bro. I really had no idea what good music was, which is a surprise because I was raised on plenty of R&B and rap from the 2000s and 90s. I guess I was just looking for my generation's sound. Like in the 2000s, you had Eminem, Wayne, 50 Cent. Most people would say the 10s belong to Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick, and they aren't wrong because those are my homies for real, but I was still looking for something more. I found the more I was looking for when I stumbled onto this funny sounding SoundCloud rapper from Chicago. I don't remember what song got me hooked, but Acid Rap as a whole had my ear. His lyrics and voice at the time felt so energetic, with subject matter I just wasn't expecting at that time. It contrasted the melodies and production of every song on the album, which felt a little melancholy at times, but sometimes it did have like funky and pop elements to it, which mixed together well into Acid Rap, one of my favorite mixtapes of all time. It's kind of like the closest thing I would imagine to getting high would feel like, because we don't do drugs over here. And I went back to 10 Day and that was cool, I guess, but you can definitely tell it was his first project. But Coloring Book is when he started to take over and I was loving it. There are so many songs on this mixtape I look back on and think of summer 2016. He was the first independent artist in a while to break through to the mainstream with his hit No Problems. The mixtape also had great merchandise marketing, with the 3 hats symbolizing his third mixtape. It really made everyone feel like they were a part of something. He had got cosigns from Wayne and Kanye and many more. At the end of the year, he collected a couple of Grammys and the eye, and more importantly, the ear of a generation, as we were patiently awaiting his next album. But before that, he dropped a couple singles. They were some different type of songs, but they were still pretty good, especially I Might Need Security. That was one of my favorites. Okay, but now it starts to get a little weird. Chancellor, after marrying the love of his life and mother of his child, accelerates the production of his first studio album in the same year it was to be released. This 3 years after his last project, which means he wasn't really working on anything, which is okay. Everybody experiences writer's block and that's acceptable, but I don't know if it was the growing pressure to drop something or his family in his ear telling him that he needs to make an album now, but this just wasn't the right move. I mean, I've never seen a rapper fall this far from grace. Like, was the album even that bad, y'all?
Hot, ooh, jumping out the grease. It's a whole lot of degrees, about to come, about to fleece, please.
That corny ass shit you did is why niggas think you corny.
Okay, I really don't know what he was thinking. How do you hear that and be like, yeah, that's on the album? To make it worse, he got attacked constantly for the love of his wife on this album and his love for God. I mean, I can say it's deserved when it centers around your big day, your wedding day, or is it your album release? I don't know. Either way, this album was like Chance throwing a lob to the internet to roast him and his family, and they just cocked a back 360 windmill and broke the glass with it. The aftermath of this album was not pretty. He ended up being sued by his former manager because Chance went against his suggestion of waiting and planning the album release. He basically thought the album was garbage and he wanted to recalibrate for a bit. I mean, whatever fans he had left were certainly questioning him after this. He was officially off that new Mount Rushmore of rappers and his career looked dim. His big day turned into his one bad day. He canceled his tour and stayed away for some years, but his next time going viral was when he was trying to intervene with a friend and childhood idol, Kanye West.
I met Kanye West, I'm never going to fail. At the end of the day, Chance is there just to be a friend.
I mean, it can't get any worse for Chance. His fans hate him, his friends hate him. At least he still has his wife.
Shocker.
I don't even know what to think about that. I basically bagged on Chance for all this time just to say his last singles have actually been really good and it's kind of a return to form for him. But no one seems to notice because he has damaged his career to the point where everybody thinks he makes bad music and say they want the old Chance back. Yeah, that's all I really had to say. If you were ever a Chance fan or want to become a Chance fan, I would advise you to go listen to the couple of singles that he's dropped and his former music. And if Chance is listening, take off that musty ass hat. Your hairline ain't that bad. You gotta move on from Coloring Book, bro. It was in the past. You gotta move on. Let's just keep it moving. Thank you for watching though. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.